Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So in last night's video, I talked about the rescue of Manulife US REIT, right? And how I've been saying for many months, for a long time, to avoid the REIT. And I also shared in some of my videos that many analysts were saying buy or accumulate Manulife US REIT because it was undervalued, right? And I think I produced 2 videos on that. I'll put links in the description box below. You can 4 times your money if you invest in Manulife US REIT, or you can have a 70% upside if you invest in Manulife US REIT. And now what has happened, all those analysts, today DBS downgraded Manulife US REIT to hold from buy, because has become a hold, and Manulife US REIT units fell over 40% on the debt restructuring plans, right? So analysts will do what analysts will do. And in a recent video, which was a repeat telecast, I talk about how we shouldn't just do whatever research houses tell us to do, buy, hold, sell. We must do our own due diligence. We can borrow their research when it comes to numbers. They're usually quite good at that. But when it comes to an opinion on whether to buy, to hold, or sell, we have to arrive at our own conclusion, right? Don't just follow blindly, right? Don't just follow gurus, analysts blindly. Right, it's simply follow at your own risk, right? Who bears the risk of buying and selling? We bear the risk of buying and selling. The brokerages simply get their fees, right? So it's another case of don't ask a barber if we need a haircut. Right. So let's move on. The second thing I want to talk about was something I read in the news, and it has to do with Keppel Corporation. I found the news interesting not because I'm interested in Keppel Corporation, but because I'm invested in iREIT Global, right? Because Keppel Corporation has announced that it has entered into an agreement with Airmont Capital Group to acquire an initial 50% stake in this leading European real estate manager, right? So Airmont Capital is a leading European real estate manager, and Keppel is paying something like 517 million Singapore dollars for an initial 50% stake in this European real estate manager. And apparently they are going to buy 100% of this real estate manager in Europe eventually, right? That's the plan. And this apparently gels with Keppel's plan to transform into a global asset manager and operator, right? So, there's a lot of doom and gloom about European economy and European real estate as well. And here we have Keppel Corporation going in, right, with eventually a $1 billion investment. What is going to be a $1 billion investment to buy a European real estate manager, right? And I think they probably know much more than we do what's happening in Europe, and it seems that they are doing what Warren Buffett says savvy investors should do, and that is, he said most people get interested when everyone else is, and the time to get interested is when no one else is. So if everyone's feeling a lot of doom and gloom about Europe, and this is probably a good time to get in, and that's what Keppel Corporation seems to be doing. And of course, Keppel Corporation, they are not the only one, right? If we recall, I say iREIT Global has 2 sponsors, and together they hold about 50% of the units in issue. But the second sponsor, the CDL, right, City Development, is a relatively new sponsor, right? I think they joined only a few years ago, and at that time I think they paid 70+ cents per unit, right? To take up about more than 20% of IREIT Global's units in issue, right? 70 plus cents per unit. And CDL has also quite a substantial exposure to European assets, right? And they probably know more about what's going on than we do as well. So it's not just Keppel Corporation. I think if we have a long-term perspective, all these things move in. It's all cyclical, right? What goes up comes down. What goes down comes back up, right? So as long as we are being paid to wait and being paid meaningfully, I think we'll do okay. And but of course, if we think that the European countries, European economy is going to stay in the doldrums forever, and that they will never recover, then it's best to avoid any kind of European investments, right? So, but I don't think that's the case, right? So it's just AK talking to himself as usual. If AK can talk to himself, so can you. Bye bye.